Hey Beans, so I'm talking really quietly because it's really late, and you may notice that the camera quality isn't quite what it was usually. I've lost my camera. It is somewhere in central London. I must have dropped it out of my bag today. So that's annoying. But I wanted to do a very quick, very short video. Is that better? That's a bit better. I wanted to do a very quick video, just because I've just come back from seeing Eden House, with support by the Society and Skeletal Family. I missed the Society, which is annoying because I was running really late, and today is bad. So I don't know what they were like, but Skeletal Family were fabulous. Anne Marie's back with them, which is nice, and Eden House were glorious. Always happy to get a chance to see Monica Richards sing. She is phenomenal. I only saw Faith in the Muse, that's it. I only saw her with Faith in the Muse once, and that was just before they split. So yeah, always good to see her. She has such a beautiful voice, such a beautiful voice. And yeah, I'll probably do there'll probably be another bit of video. I just wanted to do this now while I look fancy. But it's like 3 o'clock in the morning and I should shut up. So bye bye. Hello again, Fiends. So it's a few days later. I'm a little bit less cranky. I apologise for the first half of the video, and I'm sorry this is still not the best quality and it's still on selfie stick, because I'll talk a bit about the phone situation in phone and camera situation in a minute, but let's talk about the nice things first. Let's talk about the gig. So I was having not a great day on Sunday, so I was running very late. Unfortunately, I missed the first 2 bands, which were Siberia, who you may remember I spoke about Sacrosanct this year. They're a side project of Endemion. They're pretty good, but again, not sure what the show was like on Sunday. Didn't make it there in time. I also missed the Society, who are basically Dance Society minus a couple of members. According to a couple of friends who did manage to make it in time, it was, you know, a good set if you're into them. My friend Alan said they weren't that great, but they're less of his thing. My friends Imogen and James really enjoyed their set. I didn't see it, so I don't know. But Skeletal Family, who I did see, I got there just in time to see them. They were great. So good to see Anne Marie back. They're just not the same without her. Like, if you don't know Skeletal Family, they're like Anne Marie's vocals are just intense and crazy. Like, she does this sort of high-pitched shriek thing that very few vocalists that I'm aware of can do. I mean, off the top of my head, I'm trying to think of like examples to sort of like what that kind of sounds like. The only thing I can think of is Dogma Probe, and they're even more obscure. So if you don't know Skeletal Family, you are not going to know Dogma Probe. Like, I guess sort of Diamanda Gallis, but not quite. I mean, Diamanda is a lot more operatic and screamy. Anne Marie's vocals are a lot more punk rock, and oh, she's so great. And their set was just, you know, great punky, you know, death rocky goodness. And then we had the lovely Eden House. Again, if you don't know who Eden House are, they are a collaborative, they're basically they're kind of a goth supergroup, but not quite. They, like, I have described them to people before as like the this millennium's version of this mortal coil. Coil. I cannot words today. Sorry. The core of the band is a couple of guys from Fields of the Nephilim, but obviously without Carl McCoy's vocals, they sound very, very different. And they've gone through a number of different members over the years. And for certain songs, the lovely, lovely Monica Richards, who is beautiful and her voice is just beyond stunning. She, you might remember as the main vocalist from Faith and the Muse. Unfortunately, Faith and the Muse are now no longer a thing. Basically she and Faith have broken up, which is a shame, but oh, it's so good to see her sing again. And they did do a couple of Faith and the Muse tracks. They did Battle Hymn, which is absolutely one of my favourites, and Sparks, I think. Now my knowledge of Eden House's sort of back catalogue is not quite as encyclopedic as some of the other bands that I've reviewed in the past, so I can't rattle off, you know, what comes from what album or wherever, because I can't remember. But they did some of my favourites. They did With All My Love, which is beautiful. Oh, and oh, what's it called? Sin? Something like that. I'll put it on the screen if it's not called something else, which is a bit more sort of upbeat. They were great, and I'm kicking myself that I was in such a grotty mood, because by that time I discovered I lost my camera, so I didn't really enjoy it as much as I might have done. And there was something very odd going on with the crowd that night as well. Like, somebody was throwing mostly empty well, not bottles, but you know, drink receptacles, cups. What is my brain? Yeah, somebody kept throwing cups at them, which was just not on. And like, I guess maybe some people were there just for Skeletals and weren't enjoying the slightly more down-tempo-ness of Eden House. I don't know. And maybe it's just sort of, you know, the trouble with goth gigs being really cheap. I mean, this was like, what, 15 quid for 4 bands, so you could get people turning up and being like, oh, well, I'm only here for this band or that band and I don't give a crap about the others, or just, you know, not knowing them at all and being like, oh, let's go and see what these are like. I don't know. Plus it was a Sunday, so numbers were slowly dwindling as people had to rush to get their last tubes. I kind of wish I had done that, because I ended up having to get night buses and then walk a literal mile down Oxford Street in order to get to the coach stop so I could get back to Oxford. So yeah, I was I was having a time of it that night. So yeah, let's talk about that briefly. I have emailed Lost Property for the tube. I tried asking around the venue. I don't think my camera's going to turn up. If somebody's found it, they probably wiped everything off it and sold it. Sorry, my phone has a limit on its timer, so this is going to be very choppily edited, and I apologise for that. And I'm on a weird angle. Is that a bit better? That's a bit better. So yeah, camera is probably not going to show up, unfortunately, which is annoying, because there were a couple of videos on there that I have recorded and was going to edit down and add more to. So if anyone's found this thing, the most, like, it's so, like, beyond anything else, I'm just kind of embarrassed, because like, the last few things that are on there are me ranting about the online goth community, or not ranting about, but, you know, issues within said community. And yeah, like, I might redo those videos if and when I get a new camera. But yeah, the next few videos on the channel are going to be quite short, and more edited and more streamlined because I am having to do it on this thing, which is really frustrating because I'm going to a few more gigs. I mean, I'm going to a gig today. This is why my hair's all like this and all that. So yeah, annoyed. I'm gonna try and scrape together enough money to get a new camera, but yeah, I'm a bit miffed about the whole thing. I mean, I had that camera for a few years, but I like that little camera. It was good. It was useful. It did the job. So yeah, if you wanna try and support me getting a camera quicker, you know, check out my website down below, eclairbooks.com. You can buy my book. You can buy some stuff. I am meaning to, and I'm in the process of putting up some short stories and poetry and extracts from the book on the website. Those will be free to download as PDFs or read online. But I might put a donate if you want to button, just because I am a skint and I would really like to get a new camera. So yeah, I'm a bit less miffed. I'm now waiting for my friends to turn up, and we're going to go to I don't even know if it's a free gig, but it's a gig in town, in the venue where I normally go when I go nightclubbing once a month, and it's like some punk outfit. I don't even know who it is, so we will see. So yeah, I will probably have a short review video of that, and in the meantime, I will see you soon and hopefully be less grumpy.